I can't believe that I had to take not one, not two, but 3 trains and walk another 20 blocks. It took me 2.5 hours to get from Brooklyn back to my place today.
I don't envy you.
How absolutely dumb. Manhattan transit on the weekends right now is stupid.
I don't. I'm really happy that I don't have to deal with that. I'm not gonna lie. I love my car. Hey everyone, my name is Ellen.
And my name's Alyssa, and welcome to the Modern Singer Podcast.
Here we are.
How are you? What's up?
I'm good. I'm really good. How are you?
I'm tired now.
Oh my gosh, I bet.
Yeah, I just started my personal training certificate, so my CPT, and oh my God, that is so much stuff. It's so much work. I'm legitimately studying like probably 3 to 4 hours a day, and I legit feel like I'm back in grad school. It's wild.
Oh, I can only imagine. It's another thing I don't envy in your life right now. I'm glad studying sounds terrible, but new things and new certificates sounds amazing. It's just like the getting there part. I don't miss that about grad school. I'm not gonna lie. I don't miss the studying and the homework and the...
It's the tests that I don't like and the quizzes, but I will say I love learning and I love having my parallel career in the fitness industry. It's been really fulfilling for me for the last, oh God, when did I start this? 2019-ish is when I started teaching yoga.
Oh, yeah.
But I started teaching dance in like 2015. So like I've been teaching fitness for a while, and it's been such a really nice parallel career for me because they both benefit each other really well, and I get to work with a lot of really cool performers here in New York.
I know. I love that. Continuing learning is something that we all kind of take for granted, but it is something that, needs to happen, especially when you're feeling stuck.
Yeah, definitely.
No segue than healthy habits for when you feel stuck.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know about you, but I have been, like, the seasonal depression for me in New York right now has been absolutely wild. One day it's 60. Last night it was 20 degrees. And my body is so confused and my mind feels so stuck. And I also just remembered I forgot to take my drugs this morning.
Oh,
I'm going to do that really fast. I'm going to do that really
please.
fast. Ellen, you keep going.
Yeah, my seasonal depression hasn't been that bad because, well, I live in Arizona, and even though...
You live in a desert.
Yeah, when it gets cold here, there's still no clouds in the sky, and we still get a lot of sun. But it's been really cold here lately. And my house is freezing because we have no direct sunlight. It's like a literal cave, which is fabulous in the summer. I'm not complaining. But right now... I'm in a blanket, I'm freezing. And granted, when I say I'm freezing, that is relative. Like Alyssa said, it is 50 degrees here.
It's 22 degrees in New York right now.
But I also have to put up with the 117 degree weather. So
I don't envy that. You can
my body has changed, right? I know. But yeah, I've been okay. I actually did just take a vacation, so I'm feeling good. Like,
tell me everything. I haven't talked to you about your vacation yet. I want to hear all about it.
Oh my gosh, it was magical. So before that, I was completely burnt out. I was exhausted. We just hit our 1-year anniversary, which is insane. Can you believe that was a year ago?
No, I can't. Time is a construct, and I don't understand it.
I know. It feels like 4 months ago. And so we went to Puerto Peñasco, which is Rocky Point in Mexico. We just drive down there. It was awesome. And we are the type of people, when you go on vacation, we do things. We hike, or we, I don't know, go to theme parks, or we hang out with family, or what, you know what I mean? Like whatever, because we don't get a lot of time off. But this time we were like, we're not going to do anything. We're going to relax. I mean, we had nothing planned.
I love that.
Oh my gosh, it was Thursday through Monday, and it's like 4 hours to get down there. And all we did was hang out in the hot tub. We got in the pool a little bit. I went and swam up to the bar and got a drink. That's all I wanted to do.
Yes, I love swim up bars.
Oh my God, I know. And then walked on the beach, went to a couple restaurants and bars, like off the beach, and that was it. It was magical.
I'm obsessed. So your healthy habit was actually taking a break.
Yes.
I love that
and
for you.
Taking a break, like actually taking a break.
Yeah.
Like, not just taking a break from work or taking a break from doing like chores and errands or whatever you want to call them at home. It was like literally do nothing, have nothing planned. And that's hard for me. And I know it's hard for you.
Yeah, I know. Because I did my burnout vacation to Long Island last month. So I did it at the end of January. And like my partner planned everything. I didn't have to do I showed up and I looked pretty. The end.
Yes. You're like, I can do this. Yeah.
Yeah. And he planned everything because he used to live there, but I didn't have to do anything. And then when we were leaving, he went, yeah, no, we have to do this more because I thought that I knew you relaxed. Apparently, I only know you stressed. And I went, well,
Right.
you're not wrong.
So you still like both of me though? Okay, cool. We're good.
You're stuck with it. So
Yeah, I know. Like I've noticed I'm a lot more fun when I'm relaxed. Oh, what a
imagine.
No, I know. And like this last week has been excellent and have been able to relax this week, and I'm not stressed or just like continuing living completely burnt out. I mean, I know it's like a no-brainer and we all say it and everybody knows it, but like it's really hard to put into practice. You know, it's we have to actually take some time to like set aside time and not do anything, and that's really, really hard for, I know a lot of people listening, and I know it's hard for us, but it really does help, and it's longer lasting than just that time that you're taking time off. So
Yeah. I don't know how to segue other than the fact that I just watched my cat jump into a box, and I'm just going to hope that he doesn't make noise. Oh my gosh, they kept setting off my motion alarm. So I have a camera in my house to make sure that no one's breaking in, and to make sure that my cats are doing okay. Apparently they tossed half my crystals that are on my dresser around on the floor, and 2 of them broke, and I'm really upset about that.
What? Buttholes.
Yeah, so they threw a little bit of a temper tantrum while I was gone. And they've been zooming for like 2 straight days. So I don't know what's happening.
Zoomies.
So if there's any weird cuts, it's because there's cats in a box fighting.
They just want attention.
Yeah. Okay. Give me 2 seconds because this is a lot. So we know these last 2 years have been hard for everyone. No doubt COVID changed things, and it looks like some things are changed permanently. If you're feeling stuck, you're not alone. As singers, there's times in our careers where we aren't working, when we feel stuck, or just generally are having a low time. During these times, we invite you to take time to focus on a few things you can do. There are many tools we can adopt to benefit ourselves and those we love now and in the future, regardless of how many gigs you have or what period of your life you're in.
So how do you decide which steps to take? Start by reevaluating your long-term goals. Once you're clear on those goals, choose actions every day that take you toward them. You may have to give up some short-term gratification to receive them, but the payoff will be worth it. Make sure just to commit to one step at a time. These things take time, and you don't want to commit yourself to too many things at once, because then, you'll stop doing them. Your outlook informs your actions, which in turn informs your results.
So we put together a few ideas to get you started. Maybe you start by adding just one of these new habits for a week every day, and then maybe adding in a second habit every single week, and so on. If you're doing some of the following already, you're way ahead of the game. I know that there's some of these that sometimes I do really well, and then I end up dropping them for months on months, and then picking them back up. But after 6 weeks, you will have established 6 new wonderful daily habits. And just a reminder to resist the urge to try and change everything all at once. I've done it. Ellen's done it. Everyone in the world has always done it. And we want you to be able to make sustainable change and celebrate each small win. Implementing these habits is definitely going to take some time, but once you get there, it's always going to be worth it.
First, try some quiet contemplation and visualization. Clarity and creativity often come with stillness and deep listening. If you find yourself with more time right now, capitalize on it. Set aside time every day to quiet the mind's chatter and imagine what a beautiful future looks like for you. Be so immersed in the mental image that it seems as if it is actually happening in real time. To engage in visualization fully, don't watch yourself as if you're watching a movie. Imagine performing these activities from your own perspective. Relish in the beauty of positive make-believe. A change in perspective can often lead to an exciting breakthrough.
There's tons of books and podcasts that can walk you through these kinds of visualizations as well. And I'll link one or two of my favorites in our resources today. Another thing you can do is just change up the way you sing. Maybe it's performing or just learning a new piece, or if you're just not feeling it right now, you may be in a phase of your life when you feel unequipped or uninspired to vocalize or practice in your usual ways. One warm-up you can use involves allowing any negative emotion you're feeling, maybe it's sadness, lethargy, anxiety, anger, to come through in your vocalization. In other words, if you're mad, sing that way. For me, honestly, sometimes I just start singing like a toddler who's throwing a temper tantrum, and oh my God, it makes me feel so much better at the end, because then I look at it and going, wow, that's a lot. I need to process that. And then I do. And it's wonderful just to be able to, because sometimes for me, I know I have a hard time putting words on my emotions and actually processing them, and instead just looking at them going, that's a lot. I'm not touching it anymore. Goodbye. And being able to look at it, say thank you to myself, acknowledge what's happening, and then process further with tools that I've learned over the years. The practice of shining a light onto the feelings that we would otherwise suppress often allows us to release them with greater ease.
Yeah, sometimes it's easy just to get them out.
Sometimes, honestly, just screaming. It just feels nice.
Yep.
That's all you need. Sometimes it's just some pent-up rage.
You don't need to know how to process it or why you're feeling that way sometimes. Sometimes you just need to get it out. So, yeah, I can relate to that. Another thing I can relate heavily to is incorporating mindfulness in your daily routine.
Ooh, I like this one.
Oh, me too. This is something that I'm actually working on heavily right now.
Same.
It's actually one of my therapy goals. So yeah, mindfulness is the process of intentionally bringing one's attention to experiences occurring in the present moment without judgment. It can take the shape of a short daily guided meditation practice or just some quiet sitting time, contemplating time. There are so many apps to choose from, a lot that are free. There's Calm, Headspace. I personally use Insight Timer, which my therapist recommended, and I love it. That's what you use?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I love that. You really do only need 5 minutes a day to start. I try to do it every single morning as I'm drinking my coffee or, before I go to work. It helps me kind of even out and get in a better, calmer headspace, get me started at the beginning of the day. I am trying to incorporate it at night, and that one's harder for me, so I'm not going to take on too much and just starting during the day.
Yeah, mine is the opposite. It's really easy. I do mine at night, so I'll do a little meditation and then a yoga nidra to go to bed. And for me, doing it in the morning is the hardest thing of my day. Like, I've got a little 2-minute one that I do that I learned that's an internal meditation that I do. But my nighttime one is to let go of all of the things that have happened. I'm currently very stressed out because I'm in 3 off-Broadway workshops, 1 contract that I'm waiting on. I'm getting my CPT, and I have a full-time job.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I am also doing really well of like mindfully putting my computer away, saying, cool, I'm going to get to this point or this time, whichever one I get to first, and then I'm going to be done, because I need to honor my sleep, because something else, we're going to talk about it in a minute anyways, but not sabotaging my sleep as well. Mm-hmm. And then honestly, all I can think of is I watched Kung Fu Panda for the first time last night.
Wait, for the first time?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it.
Put you on blast for that. Oh my
gosh.
But
the turtle, I don't remember what's the turtle's name?
Oogway. Master Oogway.
Master Oogway. But he said there is no good or bad news. There is just news.
Yep.
And I really like that. So that's what I'm going to hold on to for my meditation tonight.
I love that. I think it's funny that for me, it's easier in the morning, and for you, it's easier at night. And so,
I'm also a huge night owl, and you're a morning person.
Well, I'm more of a morning
nighttime
person.
Nighttime is when my brain is active. Like for me, I get a lot of energy starting from like 7 or 8 p.m. is when I wake back up, which is really hard when I have to wake up at 7:30.
Right? That is hard. I'm a good 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock. That's like where I am at in my prime.
Okay.
Everything else is It's not as good.
If you're not ready for that, start your mindfulness practice by simply focusing on the task that you're doing. Be present as much as possible for the whole day. Notice how you feel as you do anything. Focus on your sensations rather than your thoughts. It's an excellent exercise in becoming present and living in the moment, which makes life instantly more peaceful and satisfying. It's a big yogic practice. And for me, something I've been trying to be super mindful about as I'm moving through my day is how I'm physically holding my body, because I've had a lot of jaw tension lately. So I've come back to realizing that my stress moved from being in my shoulders, because fun fact, Alyssa dislocated her shoulder for a full week and didn't know until she picked up her 19-pound cat and popped it back in herself. That is neither here nor there. Oh, man.
It's not funny, but it is.
It honestly, if I don't laugh about it, then it wasn't worth it.
Right? There you go.
I honestly can't believe that my shoulder was dislocated for a whole week, but my tension moved from being held in my shoulders up to my jaw. So really being mindful of like how I'm holding my whole body throughout the day, how I'm sitting, how I'm holding my head. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately talking about text neck, so further flexion of your head forward and your chin dropping towards your chest, and how it's really, really bad for your spinal health. And just being super aware of that when I'm walking around, when I'm reading on the train, just being able to just bring myself back up into a neutral has been something really nice to focus on that has no emotional consequences other than, oh, when I put my head here, it feels better than it does when my chin is all the way down to my chest.
Yeah, just checking in like at least once an hour or something like that. It'll help you kind of, at least for me, it helps me get out of like my stress cycle.
Oh yeah, it really breaks stress cycles.
Yeah, and it helps me kind of just relax, because I'm the same way. I carry my stress in my jaw, in my shoulders, sometimes like my hands or my feet, depending on, you know, what kind of shoes I'm wearing. And so it's really nice to check in. Okay, kind of roll your shoulders back, like you said, kind of put your head up. Those little, being able to do that and kind of reset your body, it's crazy how much better you feel later. And it doesn't just like build up and build up and build up. And then at the end of the day, you're like, oh my gosh, why is my body sore? Why does my neck hurt?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it really does not only help you mentally, but physically. Another healthy habit is to get your body moving. And getting your body moving doesn't have to mean going to the gym either. It's all about just getting your body moving. So a dance party to your favorite playlist. If you are a gym rat, maybe a burpee challenge, rollerblading. I love to walk around the neighborhood or, you know, take a hike. Pick something that you truly enjoy and devote at least a few minutes to breaking a sweat each day. Getting your body moving offers a host of healthy benefits, such as boost of energy, improving your mood, promoting good sleep, and defending against many other health conditions or mental conditions. For me, it helps my anxiety.
Fun fact, I was actually just reading I'm going through the National Academy of Science Medicine for my CPT, and I was just actually reading the psychology section earlier today. And it was actually saying really only everyone needs 150 minutes of moderate activity. So if you break that down, it's 20 to 30 minutes every single day of moderate activity. That could mean maybe you take a 20-minute speed walk. Maybe you walk your dog for 20 minutes. Maybe it's just having a little yoga flow, but it's those 20 to 30 minutes every single day are so beneficial because it'll help anxiety. It helps your sleep. And I also was reading, if you, like me, have really bad insomnia, it really helps to slow your mind and give it those extra little endorphin hits. Because as Elwood said, endorphins make people happy, and happy people just don't kill their husbands.
And those are just facts.
Exactly. Speaking of sleep, it has to be prioritized. No matter what is going on in your life, it's definitely now the time to establish a regular bedtime and wake up time. For me, I try to land it in the same like hour window, but it's an effective way to start ensuring more regular sleep quality. And many health experts also recommend that you should be in bed before 11 p.m. I don't agree, to achieve maximum benefits. The reason I don't agree is because I actively wake up later as like a performer in New York. Sometimes I'm not getting home until 12 or 1. It takes me a full hour to unwind, but I'm still prioritizing getting my 7.5 hours of sleep, which for me is where my body thrives, and having it fall around the same time period. So not consistently going to bed at 2 a.m., but during show weeks and leading up to show weeks, knowing that I have to push my bedtime a little bit later and my wake up time a little bit later, and then I'll scale it back down when I need to come back to my normal muggle jobs.
Yeah, I think it kind of just depends on your lifestyle and making sure that you're not being volatile with your sleep schedule. So like, if you have a one-off gig or something like that and you're up till 2 a.m., try to get back to your normal sleep schedule of, 11 p.m. or whatever it is. And if you are more of a night owl, if you're rehearsing every night and you're not getting home until 11, 12, then your bedtime is definitely going to be a lot later.
But so is your wake up time.
That routine. Yeah, exactly. Your wake up time, your sleep time, when you eat meals, all of that stuff will kind of be pushed. Just find a time that works for you and your lifestyle and try to keep it consistent. If you're experiencing anxiety, high levels of stress, poor sleep, low mood, or general fatigue, hi, yes, me.
Hello.
These tools can help you feel positive, energetic, and possibly creative again. Ideally, you'll eventually have at least one of these daily habits that lift you up. One that makes you sweat, one that makes you laugh, one that relaxes you, relaxes your body, relaxes your mind, and one that hopefully feeds your creativity. Remember, effectively forming habits is the most powerful way you can make a commitment to you.
Lastly, before we go, I just want to remind everyone to play. What makes you laugh and feel joyful? Maybe you love to dance or play table tennis. Maybe it's a stand-up comedy show. Maybe it's your pets. Just add new ones to the list as much as you can and enjoy these activities regularly. Your word is powerful, your voice is powerful, and your commitment is powerful. Watch yourself blossom through these new daily habits as you pave the new way for yourself in the music industry and in life.
Thank you so much for listening. Want to hear more from us? Sign up for our monthly newsletters to gain access to our monthly freebies and updates.
Ellen and I want to make sure that we can keep getting new information out to our singing community, but to do that, we need your help. If you like what you're hearing, please leave us a review. Reviewing the podcast wherever you listen really helps us reach new listeners around the world.
Looking for the resources we mentioned today? Check out our show notes to see everything we used to make this episode.
And if you want to buy us a coffee to enjoy while we're creating these episodes, you can drop us a tip wherever you listen.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.